Yeet! 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 Yes! I just got a message. I don't really know who I'm talking to, but I got a message. So let me just see who this is. And Oos, I need to borrow 573 to get Jacob a flight to help him fight the Vision. Now, right off the bat, there's so much to unpack about this scam. Okay, first of all, Jacob needs a flight to help him fight the Vision. Now, at the time of recording this, the Vision kind of is no more. To all my wrestling heads, Bron Breakker speared the F out of Seth Rollins. So, realistically, the Vision don't really exist anymore. And Jacob Fatu, who I presume Jey is talking about here, isn't really, or has ever really, interacted with the Vision. So, in the storyline sense in WWE, that doesn't make sense. You need 573 what? Pennies? Dollars? Pounds? What are we talking about here, Jey? Then, why does someone on Facebook need to help you with this money? Because I feel like WWE wrestlers get paid a lot of money. Okay, and let's put that aside, shall we, for a second. The Anoa'i family, which is obviously Jey Uso's family, it's quite a big family, right? There is many family members, with 7 million at the very least. I feel like they can help with the money instead of random Facebook Donny. But as any good, well-guarded citizen out there, you want Jey Uso to prove himself, right? How do you do that? Well, first, prove it. You ask him, yeet. Yeah, that's the way to prove that you're the real Jey Uso. Just say yeet. Oh, and if you're wondering, what does Jey Uso look like? Surely the scammers just used a real picture of Jey Uso, right? You can't see that minuscule little thing there next to the message. You want to see it up close and personal, baby. Well, the scammer, genuinely, I don't know what their problem is, but that is not Jey Uso. I can promise you that much. Okay, that's Jey Uso from Wish, maybe. But then Wish went one step further, collaborated with AliExpress, and then that's the Jey Uso. That is not Jey Uso.
What? Nah, I never knew that.
Basically, we're kicking off this video with an absolute banger of a catfish, just for me to say, if any wrestler contacts you, maybe they've been kicked in the head too many times, but they don't want anything to do with you, okay? And on that note, we are once again looking at a myriad of weird, strange, what the shit is going on scams. We'll share them with you guys, and I say we. I think I might have been kicked in the head too many times. Rupert's here with me. That's how I'm gonna save this little segue. We're gonna be looking at some of the worst scams that I've come across. It's been a while since we've done one of these. I don't know what number part this is, but let's get into it, shall we? With a very strange one, in my opinion. Now, it's not too strange in the sense that we've never seen anything like this, but the message is weird. Okay, you forgot to message last night after the bar. I really hoped we would have a exciting night last night.
You naughty, naughty. You teasing me, you naughty, naughty.
And then there's a picture of a woman there. I really hope nobody is spelling like that, because if you are messaging me wanting an exciting night last night, and you are saying you forgot, you might still be drunk from last night then. The bar scene got a bit too hectic. Get a grip of yourself, albeit attractive woman in the picture, but it's not actually you who is sending that. Because that's weird. Surely you don't just send a picture of yourself to someone who you met in a bar and, hey, do you remember me? I don't think that happens, but I don't visit the bar scenes. Despite what this video might be showing right now, you might think I'm drunk. I'm not. So I just want to extend my advice to anyone who might be particularly lonely out there. Maybe you are recovering from a hefty session last night.
What did that just mean?
Goodness, that was me signaling getting drunk and drinking. Not whatever else you had in mind. But you might have had a bit too much last night. Maybe you are a bit hungover. Maybe you think, oh, maybe I did meet someone last night. But they're not going to text you like this, I don't think. Now, following on from that scam, you receive a picture of a conventionally attractive person. You get a little bit hot under the collar. You're like, maybe I should actually pursue this. And you message back, XYZ, you build up a rapport or something. However, you'll be left poor at the end of it. They'll swindle you somehow. I just wanted to pick this particular scam message out as a sort of follow-up to the previous one. Maybe you're wondering, where does that go from there, right? So in a similar vein, you get a random message saying, hi. I mean, this person said nope, which is what you should do, realistically, but dare I say go one step further and just don't respond at all, because anyone messaging you hi out of the blue with a random number with no even, by the way, the English has left the building, but so has people's manners, apparently. Hi, my name is XYZ. No, we're gonna leave it to chance. I'm Yelena. Are you Diana? Oh my god, Yelena, so good to hear from you. How was prison? Which you could argue this person should have ended up in prison because they become very vulgar and rude. I'm here to supervise your mum to sell her ass. Just found out your mum's vagina is full of magma.
What the is going on in here on this day?
What in the shit has gone on there? The switch up is mental. Yelena, you seem to not be a very nice person. Even if you was the actual Yelena, I don't think anyone would want anything to do with you. Magma inside the vagina? I think this person might be dead, if that was the case.
Really?
I don't think magma can survive inside of a human body. Or, you know, the human body can't survive with magma inside. Just, I'm here to supervise your mum to sell her ass. You sound like you're 10 years old or something, whoever this scammer is. So if anyone's wondering, where does the, missed number, I'm fake, but you know me, you get what I'm saying. Any sort of message like that obviously doesn't descend always into, you know, someone's parents' orifice having magma inside it, but it ends up with you building a friendship and whatnot, and somewhere down the line, you've now been swindled for money because either they've got hella investments that they can help you with, or they need your money. Pig butchering, you know? And whoever this scammer in particular was, I may or may not wish butchering upon you, because to resort to insulting someone's mum, we're in school apparently. The next one plays on the typical, I'm messaging someone's parent using their child as a horse. I was going to say Trojan horse. That kind of makes sense. You know, the child is the horse and the scammer is inside and you're pushing it to the gates of the parents. Shut up. Hey, Mum, I was just in a car accident. I don't have my phone number, or, you know, just please call me at this number I've provided. Okay, you've been in a car accident, so this is kind of an emergency. I feel like you would actually call your mum instead of just texting. But I know you can't actually call because that's not the voice of my child on the other line. So please, everyone, I understand obviously this is targeting people who very much care about someone else. But if you get a message of any kind about your child, your grandchild, maybe your friend, I don't know, just take it with a pinch of salt. Try to actually call your person who is being targeted, contact their real number, and then go from there, okay? Because I have questions here. What do you mean you don't have my phone? Whose phone are you using? You need to give a bit more context here, child who's been in an accident. And I bit my tongue there. Gosh. Maybe that's what the scammer should have done and get a life or something like that.
This is great banter.
The next one, the typical, you've been left a voicemail from someone who you do not know. And to be honest, I can understand the intrigue to want to click on these things because sort of, I want to hear what this random person has left a message of, right? However, please look at this. It starts off 6WFK0. Is that some kind of code, huh? Is that some kind of secret agent government mission file name? I don't really know. But then you've left a link which, for safety reasons, I've blurred out a bit of it. Codeevokes.com? What does that mean exactly, Code Evokes? Are you trying to give me a gift card code? You trying to gift that to me? Because I'll gladly take it, baby. But genuinely, if someone's left you a message like this, I don't actually think there is a message. More so, you'll click that link, you'll enter some details, you'll be swindled of some kind, your details are now inside the arse of a scammer, and now you're on the sucker list. So I know it's tempting maybe to hear what someone has left you, but just be very careful. Oh, and to go one step further, actually, where I found that particular message was on Reddit, and the person claimed in the comments that when you do click this link, you may or may not be installed a virus on your device. So if you want a virus on your device, do that. But don't. Now, this next one is an interesting one in the sense that I've actually never seen such a scam like this, but you do get a message out of the blue, as you do. I'm having fun. Are you?
Good job, little buddy.
Nobody comment that this video is ass, please. I already know. But this particular message, bear with me. Dear user, your phone is receiving too many spam texts. Eradicate them now here with a link which, again, as usual, just is a bunch of characters. Someone has slapped their aubergine on the keyboard and said, yeah, that's great. When you say eradicate them, goodness, we've got a Rhea Ripley mention here now. Oh, the wrestling references are flowing out of me, baby. I've never heard of any sort of software or anything that can eradicate spam messages, let alone from someone who you've never met. So just be careful clicking on links, everyone. I really urge you that nobody is going to help you with spam texts unless they're actually reputable, all right? You're not going to get a cold call message. Eradicate them now here. You sound like you belong in a Christopher Nolan film. Get a grip of yourself. From eradicating spam messages to eradicating high costs and bulk buying, because that's what Costco do, right? They eradicate high costs or something like that. Sponsor me. We've got Costco now doing a giveaway for earpods. Are you interested? You are, because listen to this. The code 61543 printed on your receipt from 18 came in first in our earpods drawer. You know, click this link and obviously give me your details to be able to receive your earpods, which, first of all, I don't know if Costco have ever done a giveaway on technology, but then again, I don't have a Costco membership. So in comes in the sponsorship. Give me a membership, please. But I really want everyone to understand that when you click on a link like this, in this one in particular, as soon as it starts asking for credit card details, you get the hell out of there. You get the hell out of there when they ask for your address and stuff, because realistically, Costco will contact you directly, I assume, not through a very shifty message. But why do you need my credit card information when you're just trying to send me earpods that I've won? You know what I mean? And you didn't even specify what earpods these are, because that would be, useful. And on your receipt from 18, what does that mean? 18 what? Now this next one, if you're not paying attention, if you're not having your guard up, if you don't have your wits about you, if you're not paying attention to the nitty gritty, if you're not paying attention to the nooks and the crannies, I feel like it can get you, especially if you're tired Maybe you have poor vision. I mean, look at me. And funny, we talked about vision earlier on. They've broken up at the time of recording. So it's just funny. Microsoft has sent a password reset request. But if you notice, obviously, very blatantly on the screen, the email is actually Microsoft at RN Microsoft. So as I talked about, the vision, potentially your eyes are failing you in life, e.g. me. Maybe you're particularly tired when you get something like this and you're like, oh, what's going on here? But I would hope anyway, you would ask yourself, I didn't request a password reset. That's really hard to say 5 times really fast. But I would hope you ask yourself that you didn't generate this, right? And then you wouldn't click on anything. But someone perhaps, if they also do have memory issues, would be like, maybe I did. And then click the link, you enter your details, your password, and now your account is hacked. And very bad things will happen. So I urge everyone, even if you do have bad eyesight, maybe you are particularly tired or anything, just pay very close attention to emails that you get. And hopefully you don't get swindled, okay? Because this one I would say is the most believable one that we've picked out. So on that note, don't be late. Context? What do you mean? Don't be late for what exactly? Now, bear in mind, this is another classic case of pig butchering. You're going to respond with, who is this? XYZ. Then they'll send you a picture of a conventionally attractive person. Now you're hook, line, and sinker. Goodness me, you've let your downstairs take control of the conversation. So be wary. And if anyone actually does tell you don't be late, I think it's actually good advice. Don't be late. Have respect. Going alongside the don't be late vibes, hello, are you free now or later? And there's a tomato emoji there. So how about if I'm free never? You don't really give me many options here. You're sort of bullying me. Are you free now or later? Yeah, I don't know what I was doing there.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But the tomato is an interesting one. Because maybe you don't respond to hello now, are you free or now or later?
Are you high or just incredibly stupid?
Just butchered that, but, we're talking about pig butchering here, so it makes sense. Where's the tomato come into this? Or if you're someone who says tomato, how... Tomato, tomato, or tomato, tomato, doesn't matter which way you say it. Don't respond. That's good, right? That's a nice segue, right? That's presenter vibes or something. Just don't respond, guys, please. The next one, again going on the pig butchering lines, but we've got an interesting story this time, and it's not just don't be late, are you free now or later? We've got some backstory here. Hello, Dr. Caitlin. My puppy has suddenly started vomiting, and I'm not sure what's going on. Are you at the hospital? You've reached the wrong number? Sorry, I entered the wrong number. I thought it was Dr. Caitlin calling. I hope I didn't bother you. Now, there is many mistakes here. 1, your doctor, you don't have their number saved. That's quite concerning, because it seems like you're on personal terms here. So you would save their number so you don't text someone wrong, right? But then, I thought it was Dr. Caitlin calling, which would imply that the person you're texting actually called you first, and I just don't think that's possible. And then, I hope I didn't bother you. Well, you did, and now you've pissed me off.
Ooh, you're hard showing off.
Now, dare I say, actually, this one is also a believable one. Because, you prey on someone's dog, I guess. Oh, I feel sorry for this person's dog. I don't really know what this particular individual can help with, because they're not Dr. Caitlin. But you might say, hey, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you figure this out. And then, this individual again sends you a picture of an attractive person. You're hook, line, and sinker because you're interested in their dog or something. Just be very wary And again, whilst I do think people will have the right, of course, to do what they want, you can message back, but I feel like you should just leave it, you know? Going along the lines of receiving weird, creepy messages out of the blue, such as, don't be late, because if that doesn't scream serial killer of some kind, then I don't know what does. This one is just a PDF. I mean, props for having some creativity, I guess, because if you're wanting to drum up curiosity, you're gonna send someone a random PDF with no name. It just says file, a bunch of numbers. So, whilst again, I'm really urging people to not respond at all, to be honest, don't click this, okay? Now, necessarily, if you want to click the PDF, maybe you can, because I don't think your device can be, you know...
Stop it. Get some help.
Maybe I've got a virus in me or something because I seem to malfunction. But just don't download it, I would say. Maybe clicking on it, you know, sort of you get the quick look preview of it. Nothing bad can happen from that. But dare I say, just don't click it at all, okay? And definitely don't download it unless you want your device to start smoking. It's just sat there whilst you're over there and it's just... I'm going to explode at some point, by the way. You don't want that happening, okay? Now, the next one, there's a lot of continuation, a lot of continuity going on here, because we've once again got the wrong number, pig butchering type scam. But I just want to point out how fraudulent these are, because when you start getting desperate, scammer, you make yourself look a bit of a fool. And if you fall for this, then... please, stop. Are you free this weekend? I'm sorry, I don't have your number saved in my contacts. Who is this? I am Alyssa. Are you Coco from the beauty salon? No, you have the wrong number. I'm so sorry. I think my friend gave me the wrong contact information. I hope I haven't disturbed you. Okay, let's unpack this really quickly. If your friend, who is supposedly someone from the beauty salon, gives you the wrong number, I feel like you should take that as a hint that they probably don't want anything to do with you. Because it's big 2025. I don't feel like people are giving out their wrong number. Wrongly, accidentally, and all that. You know what I mean? But okay, so you're sorry. You hope you haven't disturbed someone again. Alright, that's great, but where does the begging that I mentioned come into play? The conversation doesn't stop there because you've been receiving of the thumbs up. So you think, okay, that's a conversation ender, right? No. Thanks. Maybe we can get to know each other. I'm Alyssa from Los Angeles, California. How about you? And then some hours later, I noticed that you read my message, but I haven't received your reply. Are you busy? Shut the hell up, Alyssa. How about that? You're from California. I'm not necessarily sure if you're from the Bay Area or not, but Yarramin, you know, get a grip of yourself. I don't know what you're trying to do here, but it's giving beggy. It's giving, I really need your friendship by any means necessary. Nobody does this. If it was a genuine wrong number, you would have ended it after the thumbs up. But you continued and begged for a friendship. So even if this is a real person, I must stress, you probably don't want to be friends with them because they're giving very big red flags right from the beginning. Now, I'm sure I've chucked this in the title of the video alongside the Jey Uso catfish because I find it so ridiculous that I just need it emphasized. And now we're on to the Elon Musk nonsense. Your Doge interview starts in 2 minutes. Elon Musk wants your personal input. Don't leave us hanging. Link expires soon. There's a link there that says win 26. What are you winning 26 of is a good question. But then there says stop to end. What? What does that mean? I'm no crypto guru, right? I'm not the guys in the black turtlenecks sitting there like this. I can make you a millionaire in 69 seconds, bro. I don't know. But what does stop to end mean? Does that mean I should text you stop to end this particular conversation? I don't know, but your Doge interview is in 2 minutes. I feel like, first of all, that's very unprofessional because you're telling me it's in 2 minutes. How about a little bit more warning? Tell me like the day before or something. And I'm really sorry, I don't think Elon Musk wants anyone's input. You know, unless we start getting into, you know, debates, which I probably should stop myself because you probably know where I'm leading. You know, if Elon Musk wants, you know, your opinion on far-right things and stuff, then yeah, he'll probably get in contact, but I don't think he gives a shit about your input on anything. Dogecoin, shove it up your ass. Bitcoin, shove it up your ass. Shove all the coins up your ass. And now lastly, I've saved this one to the end. I don't know if I'll include it in the title of the video or not, but goodness me, I've never seen such both a creepy, disturbing, and what the shit type scam in my life. I've seen a lot of weird scams, and I've also said both creepy, disturbing, and what the shit. Those are 3 things. Just bear with me and you will understand my confusion when I read this. Now, this particular scam comes in the form of an email. You know those scams where someone calls you a pervert and just says, I've hacked you, I've been watching you do dodgy things, pay me this or we'll leak it, you know, the type of bullshit, right? Now, this particular one comes from Reddit as well, and they've circled what in particular we need to be focusing on, and damn right we need to focus on this, okay? There's a trigger warning here, I guess, of some kind, in that the scammer really delves in to adult topics, right? During the process of your personal info compilation, I could not help but notice that you are a huge admirer and regular, guest of websites with adult content. You endure a lot of pleasure while checking out corn websites, watching nasty corn movies, and reaching breathtaking orgasms. Let me be frank with you, it was really hard to resist from recording some of these naughty solo scenes with you in main role and compiling them in special videos that expose your masturbation sessions, which end with you coming. Holy shit, that is bonkers. No? Like, first of all, the font being used here is wild. Like, some letters are bigger than the others. I don't know what's going on. Let me be frank with you, it was really hard to resist recording some of these naughty solo scenes. Who the shit speaks like this, first of all? It's giving medieval times, right? But also, you've committed a crime here. Not only have you hacked someone's PC or whatever, yeah, you have recorded them without their knowledge and consent, so you're just a criminal all around here, so everyone please don't negotiate with criminals, okay? Your masturbation sessions which end with you coming. I'm no expert of masturbations, right? I'd imagine every single masturbation session ends with someone coming. I don't know if I'm bursting any bubbles there. You watching nasty corn movies and reaching breathtaking orgasms. Oh, man. Bro, not only are you orgasming, you are breathtakingly orgasming. Thanks at least for describing my orgasms as breathtaking, dirty, peeping Tom of a scammer. What the shit? Also, if you did want to know more about what's going to happen with all your naughty solo sessions, in case you still have doubts, all I need is to click my mouse and all those nasty videos with you will be shared to friends, colleagues, and relatives of yours. Moreover, nothing stops me from uploading all that hot content online. so all public can watch it too. I sincerely hope you would really not prefer that to happen, keeping in mind all the dirty things you like to watch. You certainly know what I mean. It will completely ruin your reputation. You know, I'm so tongue-tied at the ridiculousness of this that I've lost the ability to speak anymore. So, your reputation is at stake, basically. But I've got some questions here, or more so, thoughts and opinions. I feel like if you're just watching regular corn, right? I don't feel like you should be worried about things like this. Now, if you are a very dirty, creepy individual, right? And you are watching things that are not supposed to be watched, I feel like you should be scared of stuff like this, because it would appeal to your conscience, if that makes sense. If you are doing dirty, dodgy things, you know, first of all, I hope you end up in prison. I'm not gonna lie. But you would be more scared of things like this, I think. But someone like me, and I'm not saying I watch any type of corn in my life. I've never. Never, guys. I've never. But let's say I did. I wouldn't really give a shit if I got something like this, you know? Because, like, okay, I mean, if you want to put it out there and people want to watch me breathtakingly orgasm, nothing I can do to stop that, okay? I'll find some way to get some royalties out of it, but in the grand scheme of things, I feel like if you are a regular, degular, schmegular civilian, we got nothing to fear from stuff like this. But I do know it can be scary, right? Being serious now, it can be scary to receive something like this, but I do urge everyone, first of all, look at all the font. It's all over the place. I don't know what's going on. You're doing arts and crafts with your hacking session. But also, if something genuine was to come like this, I feel like authorities would be at your door immediately. You know, if you've been supposedly watching dirty things that you know what this hacker means, you would be in trouble at some point, right? So just keep calm, all right? Remember those shirts back in the day that were really big, that slogan, keep calm and something else? Keep calm and enjoy your naughty solo sessions by yourself. Unless you're a dodgy, creepy piece of shit, then I hope you get locked up. But that's not what we're discussing here. Hopefully you guys have learned something from all of this. And that is to, I guess, cover your cameras when you're doing naughty solo sessions or something. But seriously, I hope you've learned something. I hope there was one or two scams in here that you didn't know of, perhaps. I myself, for example, didn't know of the PDF one. I didn't know of... What was that one that we looked at earlier? It was something, and it's just slipped from my mind. So if you've ever wondered the utmost professionalism of this channel, you can't question it. So hopefully you've learned something. And I hopefully you enjoyed this. I'm so hungry right now. It's insane. I'll see you guys next time. Freaking... Bye. Jay, can you send me 573 though? Please.